Right, let's try and get James Mosley on. We have practiced this before. James has to join in from the Loughborough active account. So, James, if you're watching this, Flair, we should be having James come in now. James,
how are you?
How are you?
I'm all right. What's going on?
Well, this is new, isn't it?
Instagram.
It's Instagram Live. I'm glad that you've dressed up for the occasion.
Yeah, likewise, Danny. Likewise.
Didn't want to be the only person, in a suit. So I'm glad that you're here as well. Yeah.
Should that top button not be done up, kid?
This bit?
Yeah.
So, yes, is the short answer. As you know, we're working from home at the minute, James, and thought I'd go down the kitchen and I'd have it on the table and have my laptop open and I'd be basically, doing my work there. The only issue with being in the kitchen is that you're quite near the fridge. And last week I put on 6 pounds in a week.
That's good going, Danny.
It is good going. It is. Nearly touching that morbid obese now, so that's good. So I thought after that I need to go to the spare room and do it at the spare room because I think that's probably better. We've got 100.
Danny. Shouldn't have mentioned it. Sorry.
Well, no, it's fine. Honestly, it's fine that my neck doesn't fit the shirt now. That's amazing. But I appreciate it. Fantastic.
Hair looks nice. Hair looks nice, Danny.
Yeah. Fresh cut. COVID cut. Like I say, that's decent. Leaves a line that goes up here. It is what it is. It's work in progress, probably.
Okay.
Work in progress.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So yeah, we've got nearly 160 people now, James. This is more than we usually get at the Sports Awards. So this is, yeah.
Should we get going then, or what happens then?
I think we have to get going. I think people are watching, and then hopefully people will be, or hopefully people can hear us. And a lot of the comments at the bottom, which is quite good. So the comments, I mean, if it gets too abusive, then we might have to turn the comments off. But hopefully people are here.
What does this mean? There's a lot of this.
A lot of thumbs up, James. So I know you're from the 1960s and 70s, but a lot of people. So Rachel Duck has given you a bit of a shout out there, which is quite good. Give you some
right. Should we start, mate? Should we start? Should we get going? Let's get
okay. Okay. So first we've got to welcome everybody, haven't we? That's the main thing. Is welcome people. So do you want to welcome? So if I look down, is that better? Yeah, that's it. You welcome them.
Welcome to the 2020 Loughborough College Sports Awards.
Yeah.
There's a lot of effort that's gone into this. As you'll be able to see through the seamless presentation over the next need a trim, James. Thanks, Scott.
Yeah, that's come out. Wow, straight there. Got off you, mate.
Yeah, good on. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining us. It's quite flattering that we've got nearly 175 people here. So really appreciate your support in this current climate. If I can start off, Danny, with an overview for how the academies have done, is that okay?
Yep. You're rocking the curtains apparently as well. So I'm just letting you know people are just
I'm not really going to pay any attention to that, but yeah, thank you.
As if you just flick your hair like you're a model for ASOS. Amazing.
Don't know what ASOS is.
Yeah.
All right.
You go for it.
We started off with the academies. The guys started pre-season August, and since then they've done a fantastic job. Both the players and the coaches in terms of 7:30 a.m. starts. They've had to battle rain, wind, snow, some really long journeys. So we've been all the way down to Exeter, some of the academy teams, and all the way up to York. So from that perspective, a huge distance that they've travelled. On the whole, academic performance has been strong. The coaches have really bought into helping support the academic staff, and making sure we're kind of catching people up. From a performance on the field, on the court perspective, basketball and the first football teams have had quite a challenging year. They've been in some very strong leagues with some outstanding competition, with very first year dominant squads. So they've been up against groups that have been sometimes 2 or 3 years older, but they've represented the college with a great deal of respect. And for the most part, outstanding discipline. We'll not mention Lincoln away, Miguel. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's forgotten. It's forgotten.
Yeah, yeah. For the other teams that we've got, futsal won all their games in the league that they played. The men's rugby team and the men's second football team had won their leagues at the time of closure, and netball only needed one more win to win their league. So, so a great performance on the court. The TAF athletes have been strong as well. So loads of international caps, national titles, international titles. So, so a great job. Yeah, great job all round.
No, you're right. And like I say, it's been a fantastic year for the academy. I think, like you said, I think the biggest thing has been seeing them in and around college. Like I said, the academic performances have been fantastically strong. And I think the mum just bought into this mentality, what we're trying to build here. You know, like I say, we are trying to be the best sports college in the UK, and that takes time. But again, is that Pepsi Max again?
Pepsi Max Cherry.
I mean, after the week of putting on £6 worth of Diet Coke,
Okay,
that was a sensible option. If not, I think I'd be craned out of my house. So I think also what we need to do now is kind of give an overview of what happened at regionals, because regionals, AOC regionals, is a massive event for the college. It's a real important, kind of tournament. And the big thing is that people don't know about that. People kind of coming in for the first time. Regionals is all about basically lots of sports. Are you okay there, James? Am I trying to pad?
I'm just laughing at the comments, mate. They're funny. I'll just read that. Yeah. They're kind of saying, hurry up with the awards. Getting wrapped on already.
Pronto,
Presto.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Perfect. So the overview of the regionals is basically, there was 11 events. Basically, we entered within the college, obviously, for regionals. And what we said, and what we set out to do was hopefully try and, become national champions in all kind of 11 sports. I know it's hard, but that's what we wanted to do. So at the 11 events, 10 basically sports, we managed to become, regional champions, East Midlands champions. And it was fantastic to see the sport academies kind of come into it. Some great individual performances. We've got East Midlands champions in badminton with Jess Allen. Harry Warrard won the men's tennis. Millie May Matthews won the women's tennis. Again, some fantastic performances there. Kieran Coleman-Smith and Rosie Timlock winning the women's cross country, which was really, really important. The East Midlands hockey squad. So we featured quite a lot of people in that East Midlands hockey squad who made it to the kind of national squad for the East Midlands side of it. So we've got Will Parsons, Gabby Lucas, Josh Kennard, Grace Clark, Aaron Viggers. And then obviously, Gabby and Will went on to represent England College as well, which again is a fantastic achievement. We also have people, Dempsey Main from the men's tennis. Again, he went through to regionals. Nadira Ediakis, I'm trying to pronounce that right. There's going to be I'm going to get some names mixed up. We know this. That's definitely going to happen. Evie Parks for the women's tennis. Annabelle Dixon was in the table tennis and went through to nationals. And Sam Marsh and Jack Sergey in the men's cross country. So again, a massive kind of big pull on the regionals. Men's rugby became East Midlands champions. Women's netball became East Midlands champions for the first time. Men's football, Miguel took his guys and became East Midlands champions for the first time in college history. Am I missing anybody? Volleyball women's, they went and became East Midlands champions. Women's rugby, again, East Midlands champions. There's one more, I'm sure it is.
I mean, to be fair, regionals were pretty much dominated. What I found really, really useful was that the sports kind of helped each other out. So there was a lot of crossover. So for the men's football final, we'd got netballers on the side. We'd got badminton. Everyone was there kind of supporting the lads. And it was the same with the rugby. The rugby lads in their final had probably 70 or 80 of our lot cheering them on from the sideline. So it was really nice to see. Really enjoyable.
We have this one, cricket. I mean, cricket obviously became East Midlands champions for the first time, James.
Well done. No, the guys are great. The guys are great despite their coach.
How do you mean?
Well, I thought, do you know what I mean? If they'd had a cricket coach, I think they'd have done even better, to be honest. But no, sorry, to be fair, he did a great job, Danny.
Oh, cheers, James. Appreciate that, mate. Should we have a little high five? High five?
Don't know how that works.
Yeah, okay, brilliant. I like that.
So, should we get on with the awards?
Yes, let's go on. So the first award we're looking at is the TAS Athlete of the Year. So do you want to introduce it and talk about what it is and what TAS athletes do?
So our TAS program, Talented Athlete Scholarship Scheme. So it's for the top level sports performers in their chosen sport. So recognised by the national governing bodies as people that have got potential to do well in the future. So yeah, we've got a really strong pool of TAS athletes, and Steve Wilkinson heads that programme up. And we've selected 4 people that we think have had an outstanding year. The first one is Abigail Hymas. So she's Loughborough Lightning netball player. She's involved in the England Roses programme. She plays goalkeeper, goal defence. An outstanding player on court. Really good team leader. Sam's had nothing but exceptionally positive things to say from her throughout the time at the college. She's really bought into the TAS programme. And Steve couldn't be happy with her in terms of how she's done. So the first nominee is Abigail Hymas from women's netball.
Shall we give a little clap or? Oh wow! Okay, yep, brilliant. Okay, yep, amazing. I'll just go for the clap, but that's fantastic. Yeah. So the second nomination for TAS Athlete of the Year was Glenn Quayle. So Glenn is a second-year student who's in an arts course here at the college. He's a national pole vaulter. And he increased his personal best by over 60 centimetres since becoming at the college. He's been trained at Loughborough University at the High Pack Centre. His current best is 4 metres 82 centimetres, which makes him 11th overall in the country. That's in any age group. But while at under 20s level, he is number 1 in England, which I think is a fantastic achievement for him as well. His college art course is looking fantastic. He's looking to get a triple distinction in that. Again, really, really strong. Again, living away from home, moved away from the Isle of Man to come to the college. So again, I think another fantastic nomination here as well.
Good stuff. Next up, we've got Rosie Timlock, who we've kind of spoken briefly about in terms of the AOC regional. So she completely dominated that cross-country race, leading from start to finish. An outstanding performance there. She's been running for 6 years. As I say, she won the regionals at Lincoln. Was looking to go well at the nationals. She won a bronze medal at the national team relay challenge this year, and she's shown outstanding commitment to the programme. So bought into all of the workshops, all the programmes that they've run. She's in the first year of the programme, so looking to see really good things from her next year also. Yeah.
The last nomination is Abby Breakwell. Again, we've got a rich history of parasport, obviously, at Loughborough College. We've had lots of Paralympians come through the college, and it's something we really pride ourselves on well. And Abby epitomised that. So Abby is currently a GB wheelchair tennis player. She's recently been nominated for the National Diversity Awards. She's also Lincolnshire LTA Junior Disability Player of the Year, and that's for the 2nd year again. She's currently ranked in the world's top 10 for her age group, which is a fantastic achievement. Top 100 in the world, if you count all kind of the age groups. Is hoping to compete for GB in the Paralympics in Tokyo, again, which again I think is well within a grasp. Abby's progressed rapidly during the first year of college. Like all athletes, she's obviously experienced some challenges with injuries, but it's not affected her motivation around college, and she's going to basically pass with some very strong year 1 grades. So our last nomination is Abby Breakwell. Nice.
Okay. The winner, Danny. Do you want to?
Yes. So we're going to go. Usually we kind of like build the tension and things like that, but we can't really do that. Okay. So. Yeah. So is that for the winner?
Yeah, that's for the winner.
Okay. So I announce it, and then a whole new world comes up.
Yeah.
Okay. But can we keep that for every award?
Oh no. Just first one.
Okay. So. The TAS Athlete of the Year, again, a tough decision from the panel, basically looking at lots of different things. But again, the TAS Athlete of the Year is Glenn Quayle. Fantastic. Great clapping there. Again, amazing. Great soundtrack. So I really appreciate that.
Thanks, mate. Thank you. Come prepared.
Yep. So the next award is the Coach of the Year award. So the Coach of the Year, obviously, we are blessed with some fantastic coaches at the college. Some coaches that have got some fantastic industry knowledge, so that they don't just come to the college sport. They've been all over the world. We've got so many different people that basically enrich our sport and academy program. So again, we're looking at the different nominations. So we're going to run through them. James, I'll let you start off with the first nomination and how this. Do you want to talk about how this was nominated?
Yeah. So basically, we didn't want to. We wanted the coaches to have a say with this. So we asked for nominations from each of our academy coaches in terms of who they thought their coach of the year was. So the first nomination that we got was Martin Webdale. It's been Martin's first year at the college in his role as head coach of the men's rugby program. And in that first year, he's won the league. He won the regional. And I know he was looking forward to Roslyn Park massively. Thought that we'd go down there, give a real good showing in that, and also at the nationals. So one of the coaches had this to say about him. So we watched one of his games. It was brilliant to see him feel the atmosphere on game day with his rugby lads, making me feel part of it. Also, he's been the main laundry man for the whole of the department, always asking if anything needs to be dropped off or picked up, and asking for nothing in return. Top bloke.
That's nice. It's a nice accolade from a fellow coach.
Yeah.
So the second nomination is Miguel Ribeiro. Did you like my Portuguese there? I was been practicing that. Miguel has been to the college the past 3 years, and this was his first year as head of the football program. And it's another fantastic year for the football and the futsal program. So he's not only head coach for football, he's head coach for the futsal as well. And it's really clear. He just kind of 2 roles. Football men's were crowned AOC regional champions, which was the first time in the college history that we've been the regional champions. And I know Miguel was massively looking forward to going to the National Cup and hopefully trying to win the National Cup. He also managed to get the college into the last 16 in the National Cup again. First time the college has got to the last 16. So again, Miguel, breaking records. And I know he was really relishing that national finals was going to be a big thing for him. Like I say, to go to the national finals. Again, so this is a comment that another coach has made. So again, the coaches, this has been voted by the coaches. So it's nothing to do with a panel, except for the coaches who voted for each other. So one of the comments here is, this man is not only an exceptional football coach, but he's unbelievably kind, caring, driven person who cares so much about his players, his team, and the college. Miguel's energy, personality, and European ways really adds a fantastic different dynamic, not only to the sports department, but also the way he delivers his outstanding football program. The football program will be successful or as vibrant without such a special personality such as Miguel, which I think is it's a rave review, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. Nice. Right, next one we've got is Sam May. So Sam joined us in the summer to head up the netball program. Joined Loughborough Lightning at the same time. So she's had to juggle being a pro athlete with the Loughborough Lightning netball squad, sorting out her own training, and also running the netball provision. She's had a great season on the courts. They won AOC regionals comfortably, like really comfortably. And she rotated the squad. Everyone got game time. It was perfect. Also reached the last 16 of the National Cup, but unfortunately couldn't take a stronger team as we could have done based on other commitments. So for her to be able to manage that has been outstanding. The guy said Sam May, amazing netball success, with also a number of girls playing for Loughborough Lightning and England Roses. She's a hugely positive coach, and also an amazing baker.
She did bake off. We had a bake off. People didn't know back in September to December, and she baked well. She baked well.
But yeah, outstanding coach.
The next nomination is Jose Lorente. I've kind of gone for that. I'm not sure if I've managed that, but we'll go for it. So Jose joined the team this summer, but he's been living with the college for a few years through the IFA futsal program. It's been a fantastic season for him. Men's twos, with the lads dominating the league and being crowned league champions. What one of the staff said here was, Jose is a positive force of nature. He's always smiling. He's fitted instantly in a big department, and he's very much valued member of the staff, which is fantastic to hear.
Good stuff. Next one we've got is Bertrand Ollie. So he's our longest serving coach at the college, and each year is involved in producing some fantastic players. They don't have a whole lot of games in terms of volleyball provision, but they train as hard and as often as everyone else in the academy. So they've won the only competition that they've entered this year. So won regionals, and we're looking really strong towards doing a good job in the national tournament. We had 2 players called up to the national squad. things that they said about Bertrand. I think Bertie's been here since the college opened in 1909. He's a very charismatic personality. Always strives to get the best out of all of his players. And also, what a scooterer. I don't know what that means.
He rides a scooter sometimes at college.
Right.
So that's what they're put on there for. So the last nomination is Brad Jones. So Brad Jones, again, another solid year for Brad and his programme, making it truly the best women's rugby academy in the country. AOC regional champions. He would have taken some stopping at nationals too, to be honest with you. The programme, we've seen lots of players called up to national squads, going to Loughborough Lightning. Brad obviously has a dual role with us and Loughborough Lightning. So again, been fantastic in both roles of that. What someone said here is Brad is the energy in the office. Always wants to chat and laugh. And his positivity is infectious and makes you want to get on with work and just chat. So that's quite a nice thing someone said about Brad as well.
Yeah, I mean, across the board, we've got a really strong group of coaches. I'm super happy with how well they've done this year. And as I said, this has been chosen by them.
Yeah.
So the winner of the Coach of the Year.
Am I? Okay, go.
I'm on this one.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
What it says on my script.
My bad.
Yeah.
We've got a script.
The winner of Coach of the Year is Miguel Ribeiro.
Yes, well done, Miguel.
Good stuff, buddy. Good stuff, buddy. Nice job.
So fantastic. Well done, Miguel. The next award, I think I meant to say, is Performance of the Year. So the Performance of the Year is nominated by different coaches. Is nominated by people who've seen regional stuff, etc. So we basically narrowed it down to 6 different, some team performances, some individual performances, and we're going to go through some of the Performance of the Year. So over to you to start off with, isn't it, James?
Yeah, so first one that we have for Performance of the Year is from Jess Allen at the AOC regional tournament. So she didn't drop a game the whole tournament. She became East Midlands champion. She's a first-year student. The most number of points she conceded in a game was 2. So she beat everyone either 15-2, 15-1, 15-love. So had an outstanding performance. Hopefully she gets an opportunity to defend a title next year. I'm really looking forward to nationals the following year. So Jess Allen is the first nomination.
Yeah, back off. Okay. So the second nomination was Yash. Yash Singh Samara, basically one of the cricketers. So Yash, we obviously during the regionals, we became regional champions for the first time. Just mention that again. And Yash, during one of these games, took a hat-trick. So people who don't follow cricket, that's 3 wickets in 3 balls. Fantastic bowler, keeps the pressure on all the time. Like I said, he was part of obviously the winning team, obviously for East Midlands, and I think at the nationals he would have thrived as well. So Yash Singh Samara is obviously again one of the nominations for Performance of the Year.
Good stuff. Thank you. Keep forgetting that, don't we?
Yeah.
The next nomination is for the men's football team. So they beat Tresham in the regional final. So it's the first time the college have made it to the AOC Nationals. So first time we've won the East Midlands region. And we did that against a team that won the Nationals last year. And also being down 1-0 at half time. So we pulled up with probably 40 people that have moved over from another part of the campus in Lincoln. And got there and we were 1-0 down. The guys turned it around and won 3-1. It was a fantastic performance and scored with the last kick of the game too. So, yeah, men's football first team beating Tresham at the regional final is another nominee for Performance of the Year.
The next nomination was the men's rugby team. And these were nominated for a team performance away at Coventry against a really strong Coventry side. They came from behind early to defeat a really physical side and take the win. The mention I've got here is Adam McLean was outstanding in the game. And again, another fantastic performance by the men's rugby team. So that's another one, again, for Performance of the Year.
So the next nominee is Holly May Dodd for her performance against Hartbury away. So the comments that we've got from this, the ambition and desire she had to lead her team from the front is something which is almost impossible to coach. Throughout the whole game, Holly put her body on the line, whether that be a huge tackle, which changed the momentum of the game, or a massive line break, with an outstanding offload to put one of her teammates over the line to score. The performance is one which captured the meaning of being a true leader. So yeah, high praise indeed for Holly regarding a performance against Hartbury away.
Fantastic. And the last performance of the year has been nominated is for Harry Warrard. Again, winning the AOC Men's East Midlands Tennis Tournament in his first year at the college. It was no mean feat. People who went with Harry at that time, so his composure in the tournament and in the games was standout. And I'm sure at Nationals he would have had an excellent chance of medaling at Nationals as well. So he's still got the second year to come back and try and do that as well. So again, Harry Warrard is a nomination for Performance of the Year. Am I reading this one about, or are you going for this one?
Go on then, lad. You do this one.
Okay. So the Performance of the Year chosen by the panel was Jess Allen in the badminton.
Good stuff, yes.
Well done, Jess. Okay, so now we need to kind of rattle through these individual sports awards because we only get an hour on Instagram Live. Otherwise, we have to come back off and come back on, James. It could be a nightmare. So, yeah. So, do you want to start off, kick off with the Volleyball Academy?
Yeah, so first up, volleyball. There were two awards for each of these teams. So we've got Players Player of the Year and Coaches Player of the Year. So Players Player of the Year, this was very close to the number of players receiving nominations. Some of the comments were great talent, excellent teammate, adapted well to the first year at the college. So the Players Player of the Year for volleyball is Hania Mazur. And she's just commented.
Has she? Oh,
yeah,
there you go. She's just won an award.
Well done.
Fantastic.
Well done, Hania. Good stuff. Next up, we've got Coaches Player of the Year. So this person is an outstanding student, an outstanding player, showing excellent commitment to the programme. Bertrand said she's a pleasure to coach and will really miss at college next year. Represented England for both volleyball and beach volleyball. So the Coaches Player of the Year is Alice Brand.
Nice. Okay, so we've now got the Futsal Awards. Before we do that, I'm hoping I've got the right. There's two clips of Miguel talking, so I'm hoping I've got the right one. So let me just check it's the right one.
Hi all, Miguel Ribeiro, men's football head coach here.
No, that's the football one. So now we need to go back to get the futsal one.
Awkward.
It's not. Listen, this is live. This is new. Okay, so let me turn this around, and we hopefully will be able to see Miguel.
Look at Miguel.
Him there. He is. Recorded live.
Good lad.
Miguel Ribeiro, men's futsal head coach, giving you a little brief about our men's futsal season. Talk about our men's futsal team is talk about the family. It's talk about a team that each coach in the world would love to work with. We had like a massive lack of games this season, which was a shame. But despite that, their achievement was absolutely fantastic. That just was possible to do that fantastic engagement, fantastic personality inside of our group, and of course it just was possible to do that massive enjoyment in play futsal. Plans to make our football and futsal program better next season are in place, and will be in place. Doesn't matter what will happen, because Loughborough College it is, and always will be, where the history begins. Again, enjoy the rest of the night. Stay safe. Obrigado.
There you go. You heard it here straight from Miguel. There you go. That was quite good, wasn't it, James?
Yeah. Well done.
Technology works. That's weird. Okay, so futsal. So we're going for Players Player of the Year first for futsal. This player never missed one training session. His achievements as a futsal player was absolutely massive. Really positive, happy person, always enjoying training. Became one of the most important and regular players in the team due to his great capacity to learn. Academically, really fantastic. So Miguel's Players Player of the Year for futsal is Luke Barrett.
Yes, Luke.
And the last one is the Coaches Player of the Year. So this is Miguel's choice. This person, very regular, missed any training sessions, really consistent in performance, always giving their best in training, always keeping themselves massively motivated, despite the lack of official games. It was very contagious for the rest of the team. Off the pitch, always ready to help with challenges and brilliantly academically. So Miguel's Futsal Player of the Year is Matthew Roos. Perfect. Before you...
Netball.
What's that?
Netball next, kid.
Yeah, I've got the video. Just give me 2 seconds, mate. Do you want a pad, and then we'll get the video up.
Standing room only here. I don't know what it's
Is
like
it?
at your place. Yeah.
Oh wow! Look at that! Look at the crowd.
Got a crowd in, kid. Got a
That's
crowd in.
amazing.
Yeah, there you go. Does that give you enough time?
I think it has. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm just literally streaming it, so hopefully, yes, we're there. Right now, you can hear from Sam May. So, Sam.
Good evening, everyone. The Netball Academy had a good mix this year of first and second years in both the development and first teams. We played 8 league games, winning 7 and only losing 1, and also competing in the Cup, to which we made the last 16, which was a first for the college and the netball program. We also competed at regionals, to which we prevailed winners and got to qualify for nationals. I'm really proud that we are able to get all the girls in the Netball Academy from the development team and the first team to get some court time. An amazing stat from you guys is that we averaged 51 goals per game and only allowed the opposition to get 18. Lastly, I want to say a big thank you to all the girls for their efforts and also their laughs, but also wish the ones that are leaving in us this year and wish you the best of luck with your career. Thank you.
There you go. So we heard from Sam May there. Over to you, James.
So the player's player comments for this is throughout the year, this lady has demonstrated strong leadership skills and has had a positive effect on the team in all sessions she's been involved in. She's really shown commitment in her training, with rewards being shown in the fixtures that we've played. The player's player of the year for netball is Lucy Hull.
Yeah, well done, Lucy.
She also did about 4 of the AOC lockdown challenges in half an hour this afternoon when we were trying to get more people involved.
More people. Fantastic.
So, yeah, did well for us. Right, coaches player of the year. This lady's shown a real growth throughout the year in all aspects of her netball. Her dedication and commitment to the programme is tenfold in that she's attended all training and gym sessions throughout the year and securing over 40 interceptions and tips in the 11 fixtures she has played. The coach's player of the year is Matilda Braithwaite.
Well done, Matilda. The next awards are the cricket awards. So unfortunately, I'm going to take the coach's role here, James. So Cricket Academy is the first year the college ran a Cricket Academy, which has been fantastic. We've had up to 23 players training at one time, which is really good, and it's also only going to get bigger and better. Managed to train at the ECB, which is a great opportunity for some of our learners. We have obviously the indoor cricket season, and then obviously we're going to be part of the T20 cricket season that we've been playing now, but unfortunately since lockdown that's not happened. So again, big things for the Cricket Academy next year. Out of the Cricket Academy guys who were training during their pre-season, I think only 3 or 4 were second years. There's quite a lot of first years there, so hopefully that's going to have a massive impact next year. So the player's player. This player is liked by everybody. Commitment to the team is second to none. Every training session he was there without fail. Would always be looking at ways he can improve himself, and also helped basically that he got his hat-trick at regionals. So the player's player is Yash Singh Samara. So well done, Yash. Coach's player, again, hard choice. So looking at all the players obviously we've got in the college, and obviously we only had 1 tournament, so it's quite hard that. But this player showed fantastic leadership, poised throughout the regionals, always finding encouragement for others, battling performances, set up strong position. So his batting performance was fantastic for us. Again, in training, he would be on hand to offer any advice and support to everyone. So
you didn't know what you're doing?
Yeah, absolutely. I let him take the sessions.
Yeah.
So the coach's player of the year goes to the skipper, Ayush Patel.
Yeah.
Well done, Ayush. Okay, so on to the men's football second. So this is you, and as you're doing it, I'll get the video ready because we've got a video for. Just want to vamp just a little bit from Jose. Do you want to show the crowd again? Show the crowd again. People like the crowd.
Basketball lads have turned up. There you go. Some of them have dressed the same. Do you know what I mean?
Basketball lads there.
Yeah.
Okay. Why does Jose look like he's about to do his like FIFA card or something? Jesus Christ. Okay, right. Let's hear from Jose.
Hi, everyone. This is the Gerente, football coach of the second team. I would like to say thank you to Danny and James for making that live again happen in Instagram. This is the last 5 year in the college, as same as the many of the students who take part here. The second team has an excellent year. We have been playing a great football from start to finish and dominate the league in every single game. As a highlight, I can say the game that we played against the second place of the table, where we were a little bit concerned, but we managed to get a brilliant result. On the downside, cup game where we lost on the last very second of the extra time. However, we pull ourselves together to manage to keep dominating every single game for the rest of the league. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show and keep safe.
Perfect. So there's Jose talking obviously. So over to you, James.
So player of the year, this person's shown a massive commitment to the team from start to finish, being a consistent player, providing huge confidence in defence and allowing the rest of the team to concentrate on the attack. He's been our Viking, winning every 1-to-1 with the strikers 1v1. The player of the year is Henry Tomlinson.
Nice.
And the coach's player of the year is the top scorer of the team. He's dominated the attack, scoring in every league game he's played. He's also improved a lot technically, and his decision making's also improved as well, which has made him a huge danger to the opposition. As a recognition of his work, he's stopped some games and stepped up into the first team, so moved from the second team into the first team. Coach's player of the year is Bira Jamadi.
Well done, Bira. Okay, so we're on to the Women's Rugby Academy. So before I would turn around, we've got Brad, obviously about to talk to people. There he is. You read it?
Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all safe and well. Firstly, I'd like to say massive congratulations to everyone who's been nominated this evening. Also, second year students, I wish you all of the best with what you're going on to next, whether that be university, whether that be jobs, whether that be apprenticeships, etc., etc. I really, really do wish you the best of luck. And also, please stay in touch and stay involved with rugby where you can. Finally, I would like to say massive congratulations to the first year students. The group we've had this year has been fantastic, and I look forward to seeing what we can achieve going into the new year period. Quick 30-second season review. This year, we've had a number of students represent a number of different teams, whether that be England under 20s, England under 18s, Lightning, College, County, or even Centre of Excellence. I just want to say what a fantastic year it's been, and thank you very much.
There you go, Brad. Telling us the review of the rugby guys. So the awards, I think that's me. So the player for the Women's Rugby Academy. This person, if anyone ever epitomised commitment, it will be this young lady. Her determination, desire has seen massively develop both on and off the field and in the classroom. Her development over the past 2 years has seen her become a massively influential player who always displays the attitude of a true team player and a leader. So the Women's Rugby Academy is Mairead McLaren.
Stuff Marmalade.
Well done, Mairead. Coach's player. So this is Brad's pick. This player has been an absolute pleasure to work with over the past 2 years, both for the college and Lightning. Her development with us has seen her go from a county player to European under-18 sevens championships with England, Loughborough at first 15, and more recently England 20s. Her confidence, leadership ability has seen her become a huge character within the team and is always on hand to lend a friendly ear. This young lady is definitely one to watch for the future. Brad's coach's player of the year is Alex Baker. Well done, Alex.
Good stuff, Alex. We've got basketball. Yeah, basketball.
Where are the basketball lads? Where are the basketball lads? Do you want to show them again?
Just come in, mate. Just come in. Normally late for these things, aren't they?
There you go, back, lads.
Yeah.
Dixon.
Basketball player of the year was a unanimous selection. Every single player voted for this player, apart from the one guy who voted for himself. He's led the team in numerous statistical categories. He's a huge threat from three-point range. The player of the year is Nathan Jones.
Well done, Nathan.
The coach's player of the year. This gentleman is first to practice, always the last to leave. He's shown a real commitment to the programme and a huge desire to get better. Pablo said that he's a very coachable player. He always listens to instruction and attempts to put it into practice. Coach's Player of the Year is Stixman's Miller.
If you're watching this, get your assessments in. I still need them. Just thought I'd use the platform. So next one is men's football. So we're going to hear from Miguel again. So I'm just going to turn the screen around and hopefully you'll see Miguel. So Miguel's going to talk about the football men's first team.
Hi all, Miguel Ribeiro, men's football head coach here. Hope this video finds you all well and safe, enjoying our Magnificent Sports Awards. Little brief about our men's football program season. Fantastic season, despite the way it finished. Playing standards that the college never played before, and reaching things that the college never reached before as well. Men's first playing in a Premier League competition for the first time ever was a massive challenge to it. Reaching the round 16 National Cup for the first time ever, and of course that our biggest achievement this season was being regional champs for the first time ever. More than 17 players promoted from development to second and second to first, showing that pathway in our program is real. A big thank you to you all, since academy managers, academy staff and lecturers, for all the support in all the year, giving us a massive contribution for we be able to deliver the best football provision as possible. Thank you to you all. Enjoy your night and stay safe. Obrigado.
Some nice words there from Miguel. So Miguel's the first team. So the player voted by the players. This person, because the year of each game was a challenge to us, basically always being regularly under pressure. His performances this year were absolutely fantastic, keeping our goal safe and was appreciated by all his teammates. So the player of the year is George Warren. George. Coach's player, so this is Miguel's pick. So on the pitch, after his second year with us, his team has been absolutely brilliantly. He's a regular with fantastic performances, great personality to have in the middle of your group. On and off the pitch, he's supportive, shares feedback with people. He's becoming more astute tactically and academically fantastically well. So coach's player, Miguel's coach's player is Joe Jowett. Well done. Right, I'm just going to get Martin up and then basically...
Men's rugby. There's a lot of comments from men's rugby kind of filtering in. Don't know
there isn't that.
Noticing that. Yeah.
There's always a bit of chat.
Yeah. A little bit of rivalry between the men's and women's rugby programs. I think that's quite useful.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so here's Martin.
Evening, everyone. I hope you're well. Firstly, some thank yous. Thank you to the group last year and the group of coaches from last year as well, who laid some fantastic foundations for the team this year. The group this year is a really good mix of first and second years. The second years showed great leadership both on and off the field. Special thanks to our scouting captain, Drew Johncock, for his exemplary leadership all round. On the field, there were some great successes. The AOC League was won, with some brilliant wins against Coventry College and also our rivals Hartpury as well. The East Midlands AOC Sevens was also won, but unfortunately missed out on the National Sevens competition. Finally, first years, time for you to step up next year. And then a really, really big thank you and best of luck to the second years who are leaving us. Carry on your rugby wherever you may be going. Thank you very much for the year. Look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care.
There you go. So words from Martin. Is this over to you, James?
Yes, please. Yeah. Player of the year. It was apparently very close with a number of players in contention. It demonstrates the strength and depth that the squad possessed this year. But over the course of the season, this person stood out for his decision-making ability and ability to control the team on the field. Fly half, his quality in passing and kicking was outstanding and scored a number of standout tries. The player's player of the year is Adam McLean.
Well done.
And the coach's player of the year, this person showed up all the characters that you'd want to see in a player on and off the field. To sum this person up, he'd be Mr. 100%, always given 100% in training and on the field of play. His support play, defence and work at the breakdown was outstanding and was at times inspirational. The coach's player of the year is Tom Musto. Congratulations, Tom.
Well done, Tom. Okay, so I think what we're going to do, James, we're going to do the team of the year, then we're going to have to come back onto it because we're going to run out of time for the sports manager of the year. That gives a bit of a suspense for the last bit, doesn't it? So the nominations for team of the year. So again, we've had fantastic teams throughout the whole academy, but again, we've got to try and make a decision. So the first nominations is men's rugby. It's been a fantastic year for the men's rugby league winners for the second season in a row. They've also won the AOC regionals once again. Gone on to nationals. Many of the players have represented Midlands, Leicestershire, Nottingham Academy. So it's been a fantastic year for the men's rugby.
Second nominated team is the women's netball. So they've had a great year. As we said before, winning the AOC Championship regionals for the first times in the college history. Won 7 out of games in the league. Only needed to win their final game against Loughborough to clinch that league. Reached the last 16 in the National Cup. Again, for the first time in the college's history. And there's been a number of England Roses call-ups and plenty of players representing Loughborough Lightning Academy too. So women's netball is the second nominated team.
Well done, netball. The last nomination is for men's football's second team. Again, fantastic season. League champions, dominating the championship this season. They had a real good run up in the cup and lost just in the last minute of extra time. They've created a fantastic bond on and off the field with Jose. And again, it showed that with the performance on the pitch. So for the last nomination is men's football twos. So, winner of the year. So should I build the pressure? Do you want to build off a drum roll or no?
I've not got a drum kit, mate.
What about Aladdin? Play Aladdin again. You've got that in you. Nice, like it. Do I go straight over the top? Okay, right. So the winner of the team of the year is men's rugby. Well done, men's rugby. Team of the year for Loughborough College Sports. I don't know if we can get through this, Maud. How long we got?
I reckon we will,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah, I think we can. Let's go for it. So, nominations for Sports Person of the Year. This is the big event. This is the big kind of award that we have each night. And these are, for individual people to try and obviously see. And it goes into a lot of things, doesn't it, James? It goes into academics. It goes into how they're around college, volunteering, work experience, on the pitch, off the pitch, the whole kind of package. So the first nomination.
Got a few people coming in late, Danny.
Some people coming late.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that was Helen and Joe. No. Is that my P45?
Probably.
Okay, fine. Cheers. It's been great. So the first nomination for, I'm just trying to scroll through my notes again, I do apologise, is, so we've got here, is Tom Graham Jones. So Tom Graham Jones from the Volleyball Academy, spoke to his tutors, again, fantastic academically doing well, always attendance is pretty high. Again, in the volleyball, when you're talking to Bertrand, talking about how he's a leader, how he helps the younger people in the academy out. Also represented England for the under-20s, which again, when you represent your national country, is a fantastic attributes. So the first nomination for Sports Person of the Year is Tom Graham Jones. Over to you.
Rebecca Udall is our next nomination for Sports Personality of the Year. Asked Brad to give me a few words on her, and the first thing he said, she's a farmer from Yorkshire. She's exceptionally committed. She's been involved in the Lightning programme and has represented England age group level. Outstanding talent on the wing and also adapted to play some time at fullback. What's been impressive this year is she's had an injury that she's been able to come back from, and throughout the whole time that she was injured, her commitment didn't drop. She was there to support the girls throughout the whole time. So next nomination is Rebecca Udall.
Next nomination is Jodie Hutton. So Jodie has been in the college the last 3 years, started level 2, now in the level 3, playing for and starting for Aston Villa, who are top of the women's WSL 2 in the championship. Basically, they're top by 6 points. She's also been playing for England under-19s. Is now a regular left back at England 19s. Went out to Spain to represent the country in an international tournament in March. Obviously, Jodie's during her time, she had to deal with a lot of different experiences. That's made her life tough, but it's also given her the motivation to be even more successful in the future as well. So, nomination here is Jodie Hutton.
Rachel Duckers is the next nomination, who's been quite active in the chat down here. So Rachel's been an outstanding student in terms of academically, attendance, punctuality, commitment. She moved over tutor groups this year and she settled into that fantastically well. She's a goal attack for Loughborough Lightning. She's been pivotal in terms of the netball girls' success both this year and also winning the league last year. She's an outstanding shooter. She's great at passing the ball into the circle too. So Rachel Duckers is our next nomination for Sports Personality of the Year.
Next nomination is Jade Medhurst. Jade is currently World Junior Power lifting champion for under 7 kilograms category, 17, not 7. She travels all over the world competing for her country. And again, she has not many days off. She's always traveling or always competing. She's completed the level 2 certificate in teaching exercise here, being a gym instructor. So another nomination is Jade Medhurst.
Fran Goldthorpe is next. Leeds, Danny.
Oh, what can I say?
Yeah. So again, Brad had a few comments to go through regarding Fran. She's a live wire. Called her a box of frogs with exceptional talent. She's represented England for both cricket and under 18s England rugby union. Played internationally in multiple sports. She's been a pleasure to work with. Her commitment has been outstanding. She was grand final player of the game at 17. So Fran's got a huge future ahead of her. So Fran Goldthorpe is our next nomination.
Okay, we're going to try and race through these so we get this in time. Glenn Quayle, our TAS Athlete of the Year, won earlier today. So Glenn, again, as we know, pole vaulter, England under 20, number 1 in England. So again, fantastic nomination for Sports Person of the Year, Glenn Quayle.
Alice Brand, another person we've heard about earlier in the evening. So represented England for both volleyball and beach volleyball. She's been an exceptional student. I'm hoping, is going to have won the AOC Lockdown Challenge for volleyball after I called her up and said you need to do better than your first attempt. So Alice Brand, exceptional student, exceptional volleyball player. Another nominee for Sports Personality of the Year.
Well done, Alice. 2 more to go. So the other nomination we've got here is Joe Goodwin. So Joe's been a huge player for Loughborough College men's first in both his years at the college. Captain this year, been described by his teammates as the Maldini of Loughborough College, which is quite a nice accolade, James, taking it back to our era. Joe's also ensured high standards, commitment to the team's been exemplary. He's about to achieve a D-star, distinction in every unit. He also did an A-level in his own time, and he's also representing and captaining the college in the National FIFA tournament next week. So nomination for Sports Person of the Year is Joe Goodwin.
And then our final nominee is Moana Talig. Where to start? Brad said the one word she'd use to describe her is an absolute professional in everything that she does. Always gives her best. She's been a huge role model to the first years. She got involved in the Six Nations squad with England this year, involved in their training during the tournament. She's an England 20s player. She's done a great job over at Loughborough Lightning, progressing over the last 2 years has been phenomenal, from the fringes of the England team to starting for Lightning. Brad said that she's the best age group kid that he's ever seen.
Wow.
So high praise indeed for Moana.
Well done, Moana. Okay, then, so we've got to announce the winner of the Sports Person of the Year. So this is the last award. So genuinely, thank you for everyone for watching. We've been up to about 200, which is nuts. So thank you very much. Again, we wish we could have done the sports awards, and it is. Look, I even bought some sports things. Can you catch this? You ready, James?
Got him.
We should drop it. You can catch?
Yep. Oh,
Perfect.
dropped it.
You're a basketballer. I even bought a squash
cricket,
racket. I got carried away. Got a squash racket. Wow. But yeah, but no, thank you for watching. Like I say, Sports Person of the Year is a big award, and again, the nominations, if you look at some of the past winners, have been fantastic players, have gone to represent the countries in lots of different sports. So again, so the winner of the Sports Personality of the Year 2020.
Hang on a minute.
What? Are you reading it or me reading it?
No.
Oh, we missed out Adam and Jago.
Yeah, what are you doing, kid?
I've not got the notes. It's your notes.
What are you doing? Jago Ford. Jago.
Yes.
So Jago is a two-sport athlete. So represented the college at both. Well, represented the college for sevens and 15s at rugby. Done an outstanding job in both of those programs. He's also an outstanding judo player. So has won the national championships within judo. From a coursework perspective, is a D star student. Has been outstanding throughout the whole 2 years that he's been here with us. Jago Ford is nomination for Sports Personality of the Year.
Jago's not happy. He's been commenting, and so that's my bad. It is my bad. Like I say, this is live, so we do make mistakes. You've got one more, haven't you, for Adam?
Why are you doing that to me?
I've not got notes.
Adam,
No.
Adam was the Players Player of the Year for rugby. So this kid has been representing Leicestershire. Was on the fringes of the England development programme. Did a great job there. He's been outstanding for the rugby programme. There's a couple of things that stand out for me regarding Adam at the final in the rugby. Dominated that game. Had a great job. Did a great job in the AOC regional tournament. In the semi-final, he probably scored the most disgusting try I've ever seen, where he pretty much faked out the entire opposition. So Adam McLean is also one of our nominations for Sports Personality of the Year.
Well, Adam. Right, if we miss anybody else before we announce this, because I'm just going through my notes here.
No, we're good.
We're good, okay.
Yeah,
I apologise again, it's live, so again, we had our notes printed out, we better be on notes and everything else. So, again, like I say, really prestigious award, and the winner of Sports Personality of the Year 2020 is, do you want to do a drum roll, or is that your drum roll? Brilliant. Okay, well, time's ticking away, so I better do it now. So the winner of the Sports Personality of the Year is Jodie Hutton. Fantastic.
I can turn it onto the longer version if you want.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We've got about a minute left, so do you want to wrap up like you said you're going to wrap up? And
I mean, from my perspective, from an academy perspective, we couldn't be more proud of the efforts that you guys have made this year, and that's going out to college staff, to the players, to the coaches. An outstanding achievement. Couldn't be happy with how well you guys have done this year. We're looking forward to next year. Yes, it's going to be challenging. We're going to meet it head on, and I think that we're still going to be able to provide an outstanding provision for all of our sports academies.
Yeah, thank you for joining, guys. I really appreciate everyone's support and the comments. Obviously, we'll save this for our story so you can see it again if you've missed it. But also, Jodie should say thank you there. That's nice. So Jodie's on watching. That was quite good. But yeah, no, thank you guys for watching, and thank you for being amazing for local college sport and showing why we're the best sports college in the UK. You know, make sure you stay home, stay safe, and obviously we'll hopefully see you on the other side of this.
Cheers, guys.
See you later, guys.
Enjoy.